Do you want to know why Liam the hedgehog set out to meet lots of animals? It's an adventure full of lessons for both little ones and grown-ups. Are you ready? Then let's begin. In the heart of a vast forest, where the trees gathered to form a green canopy, there lay a very special clearing. It was here that a kind hedgehog named Liam lived. He was a brave and very curious hedgehog. He loved to have fun with Noah and William, the beaver cousins. Together, they formed an inseparable group of friends. Every day of the week, Liam had a hard time getting out of bed. After breakfast, he quickly said goodbye to his parents and dashed off to school. On a sunny morning, Liam and his friends started a funny conversation. Liam was walking with a proud air that day, and he turned to William and said, "Did you know that hedgehogs are much stronger than beavers?" Noah and William, both surprised by this idea, stopped to discuss it. "Why do you say that, Liam?" asked William with a questioning look. Gabriel replied confidently, "My dad told me that we hedgehogs have spines to defend ourselves, and we can curl up to escape predators. You beavers don't have that kind of defense." William thought for a moment, then replied, "It's true that hedgehogs have spines, but we beavers are known for building strong dams that can withstand powerful currents. Isn't that a form of strength too?" Liam was surprised by William's clever response. Upon further thought, he realized that it indeed takes real strength to move those large stones and all those tree trunks. On the way, our three companions encountered James, an owl who was dozing perched on a crooked branch of an old oak tree. Curious to hear the opinions of other animals, Liam, Noah, and William decided to question him. After listening to everyone's arguments, James pondered for a long moment. Then, in a calm voice, he replied, "Strength depends on the situation and the unique talents of each animal. Hedgehogs have their spines, beavers have their ingenuity to build dams. It's not necessary to compare strength, but rather to respect our differences." Noah and William nodded in agreement. Liam, on the other hand, still didn't understand why they couldn't compare the strength of one another. Continuing on their way, our three companions encountered a rabbit in a meadow practicing somersaults. Noah approached and asked if he would be willing to stop and chat. The rabbit, named Logan, initially surprised, listened to Noah's story and replied, "I believe that each animal has its own strength. Hedgehogs are strong for protection, beavers for building, and us rabbits, we are strong at running." As they approached the bridge that crossed the river, marking the boundary between the trail and the path leading to school, William spotted an animal with a dark fur, wearing a top hat and a tuxedo. Benjamin, the wolf, was resting in the shade of a tall beech tree, dreaming of a good meal. With some trepidation, the three friends finally mustered the courage to wake him up and question him in turn. At the end of Liam's account, Benjamin gave a mischievous smile. He slowly rose to his hind legs and replied in a suave voice, "We wolves believe that strength is determined by our place in the food chain." While speaking, Benjamin displayed his sharp claws and fangs. "Nevertheless, it's true that every creature possesses its own talents, and it's this diversity that makes our world so appetizing," he concluded, giving Liam a menacing glare. Noah felt someone tap him on the back. It was William signaling that it was time to leave, fearing that Benjamin might be tempted to demonstrate his superiority in the food chain. After thanking Benjamin, who was struggling to hold back his laughter at his own bad joke, Liam and his friends dashed off at full speed and arrived at the school gate in no time, this time more united than ever. Professor Mason was waiting for them at the entrance. He was an old crow who had witnessed many seasons in the clearing. Liam, Noah, and William shared their adventure and the lessons they had learned from the various animals in the forest with him. Professor Mason, with his wisdom accumulated over the years, smiled as he listened to their story. He took Liam and the beavers under his wing and reassured them, "My young students, true strength lies in knowledge and cooperation. You have discovered that each animal has its own role in nature, and it's this diversity that helps us grow and face challenges together." Liam finally understood the hidden meaning behind what his dad had told him. "Yes, each animal has its own strength," he repeated to Noah and William. Remembering their encounter with the mischievous Benjamin, Liam realized that even though he had spines and could curl up, it was still quite handy to have friends as strong as the beavers. The next day, the forest animals participated in a grand race to celebrate their friendship and diversity. Young and old, rabbits, bears, foxes, and wildcats all gave their best to seize victory. Elijah the pig was leading the race, closely followed by Logan, but in the end, It was our quirky rabbit who ultimately won by leaping across the finish line. To celebrate this great victory, the animals decided to organize a banquet at nightfall. The finest chefs brought dishes that were all more delicious than the last. Liam seized the opportunity to devour a scrumptious cereal and honey bread, while Noah, William, and everyone else enjoyed the festivities. And what about Benjamin? The dapper and mischievous wolf took the stage to tell the wackiest stories one could imagine. The clearing echoed with laughter, and Benjamin received a well-deserved ovation for adding a playful touch of humor to this unforgettable day. Naughty Benjamin. This is the end of this story. Thank you for listening. Do you want to check if you understood everything correctly? Then quickly go to page 32 of your book and let your imagination run wild on the next page. See you soon!